Good morning, YouTube. I'm doing some countertops. There's small countertops going in a cabin that's on our property. Mother-in-law can stay there, what have you. I have already put down the it's alder for the front face, and we're going to lay some laminate down, and I'll attach some more sequences on how to put this laminate down. This is industrial particle board, and then I got the laminate over here. It's this, it's picked out. It's a pretty good laminate. It's probably Formica or something, but I've already cut out the one section over here, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But I've already prepped the top of the counter with I use a waterproof Titebond 3 glue, and the reason I use the waterproof is because if the dishwasher is actually right here, dishwasher is going to let out that steam, and then you got the sink next to it. It's just better to have any of that steam, especially from underneath the dishwasher. That's just how I do it. See you back here in a second. Alright, these countertops are small enough that I can just flip them up on the sheet. The cabin doesn't have enough room to maneuver. Well, it's my choice. I probably could if I had to. You might not have a choice. You might have to do it in place, but it's easier to flip it over, and you can see where I mark. I mark it out, and then I put a nice solid back underneath here and run the skill saw with a nice sharp blade. I mean, it doesn't chip it as long as you have a nice solid surface that this will really tight down to. Now, I trace it out so I don't have so much flopping materials, and then I'll do my routering afterwards. Now, when you do it in place, it might be a little different, but this is how I'm doing it because these are small pieces. Alright, see, I got this platform under here, right there, so it's nice and solid to the top when I put this skill saw down. So I'm going to just undo a cut here. This is just a rough cut because, later on we're going to do some router. I'll do a few more cuts and then we'll move on. Okay, whatever you do, make sure you got your prepping perfect. You don't want any of these. When I was gluing this up, I had this glue remnants left. I use an air nozzle, maybe a damp rag, and a chisel to get off these little bumps. You want this perfectly flat. Your hand will tell you everything here, That is what you need to do. Prep is everything. Prep is everything. Alright, I got the side laminate pieces on. This is by the refrigerator there. So, didn't need to do fancy wood or anything. Plus, it's tight, so I had to have a real thin edge there. The cabinets are pretty close to where the fridge goes in. This is my trim router, Bosch trim router. This is the bit I use. Just a flush bit with the, what do you call it, the ring or the bearing. And then I also use this. It's for coating your bits and blades and what have you. Keeps the glue from sticking. And then here I just use, just try and find the nastiest contact cement I can find. And we'll go over that in a second, how to go ahead and use that. And on to the next. I'm going to go ahead and get this routed here and show you how it's done. Do a little spray here to safety glasses. This stuff gets everywhere. Alright, this is the way I do it. Do a little pour. Nice, even, thick, even coat. Don't want it to be lumpy. Did a lot of prep here to get it really clean. So there's no. I'll use the excess of on this piece over here. Just go ahead and rub a little bit on this. Nice and even, not lumpy. We'll go right over top of this wood here. We're going to router with a 45-degree angle router later on. You don't want a butt to have the wood come up, and you don't want to put the land and you get all sorts of junk in there. You want to overlap it. Seal everything together so you don't have any problems. Get some of this excess. I went a little overboard. Whatever. We'll figure it out. I'm going to do it. Yeah, we'll start tacking up fairly quickly. It's not too warm in here, mid-60s. So try to get it up as high as I can. Still a little on the winter side here in Spokane. We'll leave that. Go ahead and take what we have here. Might be dang near enough. I made this a little bit bigger, so I don't have to put the glue all the way to the edge here. Try not to have thicker edges on certain, thick puddles or anything. Try and even. But you see, as it starts to dry, it starts to gel up a little bit. Because I made, the actual, when they come together, it's, there'll be a lip around the whole edge where I'll router it off. So that should be how we do it. We're going to let this dry. Okay, man. I showed you the reason why I pour that stuff on. Man, can you get a contact high? Oh, might as well be smoking a joint. But anyway, got the coat on. It's kind of what it looks like. Got all the edges real nice. Got a nice even coat. It's starting to dry. Whew. Okay. I'm not just telling you just because. You pour that stuff and you go. It can get pretty stinky. I'm losing a few brain cells as we speak. Anyway, we'll come back in a sec. Alright, we're back. This is how I do it. I use electrical cord, not necessarily dowels, especially if you're on the job site. And, you're not going to carry a stack full of dowels. This is how I use it. It's just a regular extension cord, make sure it's clean. And so we're dried up. Got a little, just a hair bit of tap to it. Nothing big here. Yeah, we're going to get it in position here. Try not to crack it. What have you, but let's see what we want to do here. I got a lot of overage, inch or two here and there. So it's not a big deal. think that's going to be about where I want it. Then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get this party started here. Trusty roller. Just kind of pulling the cord. I made it so I could pull it out from one direction. Back, make sure no air bubbles. Pressure a little bit later on, just trying to get this set here, and then we'll go back and give it a good roll. Go ahead and take it all the way down. Side here. There we go. Pulling it all in one direction. Or pushing. Rolling those air bubbles out. That's kind of how we set it right off the bat, because it's instant bond. So from there, we'll do some good rolling. Roll it, roll it, roll it. We don't want this to come up, especially along the edges. Just keep from bending this. Keep your roller in a good spot. Come back and show you how to trim it. Okay. We are ready to. I'm going to do a straight edge first, and then eventually I'll get a 45-degree angle on the wood areas. Get that going here. Alrighty guys, so I chose to do a, let's take a look, a 45-degree Schaefer bit, Schaefer, whatever you call it, and kind of ease that edge all the way around. There we go, take a look. Yeah, now I'm on to the finish, you know, I did some sanding, now I put the edge on, now I'm going to do all my final touches. And then I'm going to Varathane it with some nice clear coat, because that's all the cabinets were clear coat. And so that's kind of where I was left. This countertop is going to be ready to install here soon. I probably will do the Varathane in place. I'll probably do all the finished prep and sanding and what have you, and it will get screwed from underneath. Maybe I'll do a video, let you see how it finished up. Alright, thanks a lot, and that's all I got. Good luck on your projects.